And now we send it back into the hexagon with Kotso Bilal Ramopo.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for a 3-round EFC Clash of the Heavyweights. Introducing first, in the red corner, a mixed martial artist making his professional debut. He stands at 5'11", weighing in at a staggering 245 pounds. From Pretoria, South Africa, welcome, Sholto Laters. And his opponent in the blue corner, a mixed martial artist with 0 wins and 2 losses. He stands at 5'9", weighing in at 258 pounds. From Johannesburg, South Africa, welcome, Simon the Boom Hall. The third man in the hex, referee Bobby Karajanides.
Well, you got to believe that Bobby Karajanides drew the short straw tonight, having to deal with these heavyweights inside of the hexagon. And Bobby, obviously a great veteran. RDG Hexagon girls, there is Ali getting us ready for our first round. Is it going to be 1 of 3, or are these guys going to be done in under 5 minutes time? A couple of big heavyweights here. Sholto Laters making his debut, and he has drawn the boom inside of the hexagon.
All right, are you ready? Are you ready? Fight!
The black with the red trim, the black, white, and red. Sholto Laters coming out of the red corner. Well, you talked about it, Simon Stevens. You said we're not getting out of the first round here. If they get tied up, if this thing ends up on the ground, they start rolling around, that may prove different. But if it stays standing, I don't see this one going past 5 minutes.
No, indeed. I'm not blinking at all. I mean, I see Laters there with some nasty leg kicks. He was hip feinting quite a bit, coming in, that step in right jab. So that right cross, Hall coming in. An uppercut that missed from Laters, they're clinching up.
Simon
nasty
Hall
body
the
kick.
Pace there, looking for that takedown. Is it already out of desperation? Sholto Laters, we talked about his physicality, and he's trying to push the boom around the hexagon. Let's hope that the panels will withstand all the force.
Was a nice right from Simon. Oh, it's a cracking, he's got it, he's down.
Oh, it's
That's a win.
Down goes the boom. And I believe that is it for Simon Haro, and that may be it for his fighting career, as Sholto Laters lands a couple of massive right hands, and there was nothing left of Simon Haro. What a win by Sholto Laters, gets his EFC debut, puts it in the win column, and hey, that was a dynamite shot, and the heavyweight division has to be watching this guy because he has got some massive hands, some big old fists, and they are ripe for taking people out.
Yeah, well, very patient, wasn't he? A lot of hip feints, and when he finally did start kicking Simon, they were quite nasty, but when it became to the gunfight, the OK Corral, he certainly came out top. It was a very short shot that put Simon down. It was 2 or 3 strikes. It was a good stoppage indeed. Simon was pretty out. He seems all fine now, but this guy is a specimen. Very impressive, very patient performance.
And here's a little bit of that sample size here. It sure did not get out of round 1, barely made it out of a minute. And Sholto Laters takes what Simon Haro has to offer and gives him a little bit of his own, and that was all it took. Here's the big finish right there. Big right hands, 2 in a row. No need for anything more. Simon Haro was done. And Sholto Laters is officially in the win column here in the EFC. Another big heavyweight to add to the roster, giving me hope for that all heavyweight card one day. Let's make this thing official. Let's go to Holtzo.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Bobby Karajanides has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute and 20 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout. From Brothers in Arms, Sholto Laters.
I'm here with your winner, Sholto Laters. A great show of respect between 2 very big heavyweights. I'm sure we'll see Simon Hulbach. Sholto, I just have a couple of words with you, if I may. A fantastic win on your debut. A first round knockout of Simon the Boomhog. Got to be happy with that. Doesn't get much better in terms of debut wins, does it?
No, doesn't get better than that.
How did you prepare for Simon? We knew it was going to be a gunfight. How did BIA and the team prepare you for your debut victory?
Work the legs, go up like it happened. We planned it like that.
You're quite a specimen, obviously a bit of a front row rugby player for Limpopo Blue Bulls. How do you expect going forward in terms of the heavyweight division? Because there's some beasts there. Obviously Tabani Ndebele, the current champion.
Yeah, we'll take it hurdle for hurdle. We'll check who's next.
One at a time. Congratulations. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Sholto Laters.
Well, there it is. Sholto Laters getting it done here as the celebration is on here at the EFC PI. Another big heavyweight to add to the roster. I don't know who that training partner is. We need to get him in there too. That's a big old dude as well. Sholto Laters from Brothers in Arms as they add another killer to the roster here at the EFC. Landmark EFC 90 event here in Johannesburg. And folks, we will keep it hex side. Let's go back hex side again as CS is going to be busy all night long, welcoming a lot of folks in, but this guy, very welcome face here. Gareth McClellan, the Soldier Boy, is back with CS.
Thank you, Cyrus. Yes, Gareth, there's a new heavyweight on the block. It's always good to see new talent coming through the EFC.
Yeah, look, he was super composed in there. I was very impressed at how calm he was, and he just went about his work. Lots of power. I mean, super destructive in everything that he does. You saw that with I think it was a big uppercut and then an overhand right. Clipped him on the back of the head, and then he just this massive hammer fist on the floor. Heavyweight division is quite interesting. There's a lot of big guys in there. There's some big names. We've got some big names coming through later on in the card. Yeah, we're in a good space, I think. The heavyweight division lacked for a little bit, and it's really built up nicely, and I think we're going to get some great fighters out of that division.
I think also on an occasion like tonight, EFC 90, I mean, you must have some special memories too along the way. You know, you fought at EFC 1. Tell us a bit more about that. I joined EFC 3, so we're elder statesmen of the organization. But tell us, man, that EFC 1, what was it like? What is that experience like?
Yeah, look, I was the first fight on the first card of EFC. It's still an amazing thing for me. You know, I had the honor of getting this thing started, and I've watched EFC grow, and I've been a part of it, and it just keeps evolving. It just keeps on doing good things. It re-energizes itself. They've done it again. We're getting great fights out of there. We're getting great coverage around the world. We're getting unbelievable athletes that are putting up their hand and saying, hey guys, we want an opportunity. Africa is just brimming with unbelievable talents. We're just pulling these diamonds out of nowhere. And then now the Europeans, they're getting excited. They want back in on the action. So you look at EFC and you look at what's in front of us, and you look at till the end of this year and next year, there's such a hype. There's so many amazing opportunities.